Hello and welcome to Maths with Jacob. This lesson will focus on simple interest. When money is placed in a bank or another financial institution, interest can be earned on the initial amount that was deposited. While simple interest is not used much these days, it is useful to know how to calculate it using the following simple formula. So simple interest equals P over 1 times R over 100 times N over 1. P represents the principal, which is the initial amount that you invest. R is the interest rate each year, and N is the number of years. Let's have a look at some examples to see how the formula works. Find the simple interest if $1,600 is invested at 4% per annum for 6 years. So the simple interest is the formula that we wrote earlier. Now the amount that's invested, which is the principal, is 1,600. So it's 1,600 over 1 by 4 over 100, because 4% is the interest rate. 6 over 1, because 6 is the number of years. So we saw earlier how we can cancel. So if we cross off 2 zeros, that means we're dividing by 100. So we do that for each of those, for the denominator and the numerator. So here we're left with 16, 4 and 6. So we multiply those together and we get $384 as the simple interest. Number 2, find the simple interest if $2,400 is invested at 5% per annum for 3.5 years. So there's our formula. So we have 2,400 over 1 by 5 over 100 by 7 over 2. The 3.5, we convert that to an improper fraction, and that's why it's 7 over 2. So the first thing we do is divide by 100, so we cross off each of those 2 zeros. Here we have a 2. 2 into 2 goes once, 2 into 24 goes 12. Because when we cross off those zeros and those 2 there, we're just left with 24 here. That's why 2 into 24 goes 12. So then we have 12 times 5 times 7, and that gives us $420 as the simple interest. Find the simple interest if $4,000 is invested at 5.25% per annum for 8 years. So there's our initial formula. The principal is $4,000, so we have 4,000 over 1. The interest rate is 5.25%, which is 5.25 over 100. But we can change that to 21 over 400 if we multiply top and bottom by 4. So when you have 5.25 over 100, multiply numerator and denominator by 4 because of the 4 here, and that gives you 21 over 400. And the number of years will be 8 over 1. 400 into 400 goes once. 400 into 4,000 goes 10 times. So we have 10 times 21 times 8. And that gives us $1,680 for the simple interest. So this video has given us an introduction into the idea of simple interest. And we've seen the formula that we use to calculate simple interest. All we need is the principal, that is the initial amount, the interest rate each year, and the number of years. And after we use the formula, that will give us the simple interest calculated.